Lecture number 3, Entering Data, Text, Numbers, and Dates. Welcome to today's lecture on entering data, text, numbers, and dates. Data entry is the foundation of working with spreadsheets, databases, and digital records. Whether you are using Microsoft Excel, Google Sheets, or any other data processing tool, understanding how to input data correctly is essential. Entering data may seem simple, but mistakes such as formatting errors, misplaced decimal points, or incorrect date entries can lead to miscalculations and inaccurate reports. Today, we will break down how to correctly enter text, numbers, and dates while ensuring consistency and accuracy. Objectives of the lecture. By the end of this lecture, you will be able to differentiate between text, numbers, and date entries, enter and format date correctly to prevent errors, use best practices for efficient and organized data entry. Entering text data. Text data consists of letters, symbols, or alphanumeric characters that do not require mathematical calculations. Example includes names, address, product descriptions, or labels. For example, I have four columns and I'll just insert table. For that, click on here and I just rename that as name, address, profession, and age. Okay, for that, we just have an example of John Doe. Address has been copied in here. I'm just clicking that. Profession. Profession could be like marketing expert. And I'll just double click on that. And the age is 25. So here you can see we have the alphanumerics of address, and this is a text and this is a numbers. So this data is called the text data as it has diverse types like numbers, names, and the age as well. For that, to make it a little formal, we just go with Arial font. Click on that, just bold everything, and we'll just double click on that, double click on that. So here you can see we have entered a one entry which is name, address, profession, and age. So this is how you can just edit or enter a data text. Best practices for entering text data. Avoid extra spaces. Leading or trailing spaces can cause search and filter errors. Use consistent capitalizations to maintain uniformity. For example, the address or the name of city should be written as New York. And this is the correct way instead of using like this. So this is an informal way and this is not considered to be a formal, but this is the right way to write or type as name of city or anything that should be like that. Keep abbreviations standardized. For example, street should be written as street. For example, if I want to write this address as abbreviation, for example, I just want to go with 123 Main Street. And here you can see apartment has been abbreviated as APT, but I just want to write as apartment 4B, Anytown. And this is abbreviated as well. This is the short form of California. So I just want to go with California. And this is a number, or you can say zip code of that area. So this is how you can write, or this should be the formal way to write an address, that everything should be in the full form so that the data should be clear and understandable. So this is how you can just write the address as well. Ensure proper spelling to maintain data integrity. As I've already mentioned, that the words should be in the full form instead of just abbreviations or short forms. Entering numeric data. Numbers are entered in spreadsheets for calculations, data analysis, and record keeping. This includes, for example, I just want to go with Home tab. Click on this number section. So when we just click on this drop down menu, we have an option called number, and you can just select the option for currency. We'll click on this drop down menu, and you have the dollar sign, pound, euro, yen, and all these options available. And the next option we have the percentage, and which can be used as if we want to calculate a percentage as well. The next we have comma style, format with thousand separator. For example, I just want to write a value as 10286. We'll just enter. And here you can see this just separates it thousands. For example, 102 thousands and with the decimal point as well. So this is how you can use the comma style as well. Best practices for entering numbers. Do not add symbols like commas or dollar signs manually. Use numbers formatting instead. Use consistent decimal places for accuracy. For example, if we are using this one, 2.50, then this format should be used. And you can just increase the decimal point as well if you want to increase. And here you can see you can just increase more as well. And but this format should be used throughout the document. For example, the next point should not be like that. For example, I just want to add 40. So, and I just want to increase by 1 point. So this format might lead to miscalculations or the errors. So the only accurate way is to write in this way that this format should be followed. Avoid unnecessary spaces before or after numbers. Be mindful of negative values. Use a minus or parenthesis for clarity. For example, if I just want to add a negative value, I just have to write a negative 6.9. So this is the right way to add a negative value. For example, report requires tracking products, prices, and quantities. For example, I just add a new sheet and add 4 columns as an insert table. Click on here and you can change the style as well from in here. For example, I just want to go with this one and I just write the product, and the next column is price. The next one is units sold, and the fourth one is total sales. So the correct entry should be numbers entered without symbols. For example, the product is smartphone, price is 799.99, units sold are 25, and the total sales is 19,099.75. So the correct way is to write this without any signs and without any extra detail, as for example, this is the correct way to write a data. But when you write as price as with dollar sign 799.99 and units sold as 25 units, then this may cause errors in calculations. So you must use these format to enter entries in a Microsoft Excel. Entering dates and time. Dates and times are used for tracking records, scheduling, and data analysis. However, incorrect formatting can lead to miscalculations and sorting errors. Best practices for entering dates and time. Always use a recognized date format. For example, the correct way is month, date, and year. Or you can use year, month, or date. So this is the way to write dates during working on a worksheet. Avoid entering dates as text. Use built-in date formatting to enable sorting and calculations. For example, I just want to add a date in this cell, and I'll just go to this formula bar and just write equal sign date and year 2025, comma, month April 04, and date is 14. And we'll just end this and press enter. So here you can see this This formula gives us this date as month, date, and year following this rule. So this is how you can add a date in this Microsoft Excel. For example, I just want to write a time in this cell. We'll just go to this formula bar, equal sign, says time, enter, and it asks us to enter hour, minute, and seconds as well. So we'll just write as 15 and 45 and 48 seconds. We'll just close this and press enter. You can see the time has automatically been converted to PM, although we just wrote it into the 24 hours time. So this is how time can be written in Microsoft Excel sheet. Example, an employee shift schedule needs proper date and timing formatting. For example, we just create a new sheet for shift start time and create a table in here, insert table, press OK. You could use any format and we just go with this simple one. The first one is shift start date and press double click and we'll just go with shift end date and you can just replace that. And then last column is start time. So we'll just write time as we'll go to the formula bar, press equal sign, date and parentheses. We'll just write as 2024, month is 06 and date is 19. So this is how you can just end this. So the start date is 19th of June 2024 and end date is, we'll just go to this formula bar and we'll just write as equal sign, date, parenthesis, year is 2005 and month is 02, comma, and day is 21. Just close it and press enter. Here you can see the shift end date is 21st of February 2025 and the start time is, you can just go to the formula bar, press equal, time, parenthesis, hours 17, comma, minutes 0, second 0. Just close this and here you can see the start time is 5 p.m. So this is how you can just add date, time and create a table in Microsoft Excel using the formal way to enter so that we don't have any mistakes and errors at the end of this work.